to Recollect.
Hello.
Today we are going to be discussing Pop Justice's 45 best songs of 2020. Recollect.
Wow.
Yeah, I figured we have not gone this recent, and then let's do it.
Let's go, girls.
Listen, if you can't remember what happened last year, I realize it was a fever dream, but it was a bad one. So I don't think we need to recall what happened last year.
No.
So, but you know where you were.
I played so much Animal Crossing last year. No regrets. I played like over 500 hours of Animal Crossing in 2020. That's like my crowning achievement.
I'm so happy for you.
Honestly, me too.
Yeah, whatever was going to make you happy last year, if you found it and you could do it, good for you.
That is what kept me going.
I just blacked out. Like, truly.
I almost said something else, but that is for another time.
Are you texting it to me? I can't stand you. I was only on the Animal Crossing game for 30 days. I got to the point where I made it to at least Easter, and that was where I kind of started falling off, and I was like, I don't like this anymore. Oh, I mean, I feel like you could have just said that.
But I'm glad you played for some time because we had fun. You, me, and Haley running back and forth on each other's islands and stuff. That was a time.
Yeah, I think
They stuck you with that man, and then you had to wait to get rid of him, and I think that broke you. In addition to Bunny Day, which is fair.
And it's just too little happens at any given time, and I was I think I got to the point where I was I need to have a thing where I'm we've made it to the end.
And you do get there eventually, but see, I've been playing Story of Seasons, and I'm just getting my farm together. I'm wooing the woman who works at the museum. We're going to get married. Her birthday is coming up at the end of the
I just
month
charged my Switch.
game.
My Switch is charging right now, and I couldn't tell you the last time I had plugged in.
I'm excited for you.
I don't know where it's taking. I played some Tetris today because I'm 85, and I'm
I love fucking
I'm play
Tetris.
the Tetris 99.
I played that so much when it came out.
It's so great.
It's excellent.
So here's how I ended up on this list. If you don't know what Pop Justice is, it's a music blog that only talks about pop music. Unashamed, unabashed, just pop bangers.
Love that.
So I sent you a link from 2012 where Marina talks about boy bands.
You did.
And when I was on there actually finding these, because I was what are countdowns that I could find that will not have music that we would get to talk about on a regular Billboard episode, but also would have songs that we know and we could work it, the workaround where it's let's talk about this, but we have to do it a roundabout way. And I remember in 2012, he interviews people that interview. Did you read it? All of his interviews are very stupid like that. And I just think that's so fun.
I read part of it, if I recall.
Yeah, he's just I just think that it's just fun. The whole point of it is to be
which
fun.
Is the point of pop music.
Right. And if you he finds the women in pop, and I just am here for it.
We love to see it. We love to see it.
Heavy on Marina content when I first got into Marina. So it was very easy for me to flip into this and yeah, I think I belong here.
Honestly, I've been loving our segues into other avenues of music.
Yeah.
But still keeping the format. The rules are the same.
The rules are the same.
But we're just finding it. I have one on deck ready to go that I think I'm going to finally pull out of the closet that we're going to do, and I'm very excited for us to take the journey.
Is it actually exciting for me or just for you?
I don't know how you're going to feel about it, but you'll have feelings. Odds are high, so.
That's fair. Well, the last episode I hosted, it was very much I don't know that this is all for me, but I know there are people that want this that aren't us,
I've listened to a fair amount of the music featured on that episode.
Cool.
I had a really good time.
I know you were listening to the Tune Yards the other day.
I threw on a little bit of this and that. But I got to double back to Little Mix, I think.
Yeah, I had a very good time. with that. So obviously these are the opinions of the guy who runs Pop Justice. I believe his name is Peter, but I could be wrong.
Who cares?
But he's fabulous. I'm thankful for him. He did a lot for me in my early like discovering music in my 20s years. But this is the number 10 song of 2020 according to him. This is a lot louder in the headphones than it was listening to it through my computer. Who is it?
Charlie XCX, is it?
I know.
not?
Yeah, it is. But I was just...
We love.
This is Forever by Charlie X. Charlie X. I know your husband loves Charlie. So, like, I feel like there's...
So much. I mean, I also like Charlie. Like, I
Yeah.
enjoy. But he, like, bumped her record a lot.
Not a ghost here in my head. I'll always love you. I'll love you forever. Even when we're together, I will always love you.
This song has a lot about, like, heartbreak. Of course it does. Sad girl pop.
Josh loves sad girl pop.
Me too. And also 2020, there was like a good, it came
lot
back.
of it, like a good
It
run.
was a good comeback. Okay, so this was written and produced by Charlie XCX, A.G. Cook,
Ooh.
and B.J. Burton.
A.G. Cook is a hyper pop
That makes sense.
legend.
Because Charlie XCX kind of is one of the frontier women of
Sure
hyper
is.
pop. This was made Annie Mac's hottest record in the world. We talked about hottest record in the world last
sure
time.
did.
So I thought it was funny that this was also made that. So Charlie commissioned 3 different official artwork singles for this single. One is for Spotify, one is for YouTube and Amazon Music. And the version that's on Apple Music is by Caroline Polachek, who is sings like the...
Oh. You're so hot. It hurts
Yes,
or whatever
yes,
song.
yes.
I can't remember what
the
it's
thing
called.
about she was also in Chairlift, and I just think it's funny that she like then had a solo career, and everyone was like, "Where has this person been?" I'm like, "Well, she's
been around.
she's not my favorite, but I think it's just very funny that she like came about, and everyone was like, "Who's this?" And the gays were like, "Yes, this." Do you know what I mean? Like I feel like
Fucking
they,
ingrates. As so often is the case.
And so if you weren't aware about this album at all, it was made in 6 weeks. It was made during lockdown. So it was like started, written, produced, and like Charlie just did everything that she could from home. And so the music video features clips that were sent in by fans. Like everything was like collaborative if she like needed it. And like all of the photo and all of the artwork is just like stuff she took on her iPhone, like in her bedroom.
I did see that.
And this song was critically well received. I'm a bop this.
Oh, I bop all day.
I have to be honest. I have not given this album
I haven't
of a
either.
full.
Charlie I've dipped in and out of. I
Well,
just like haven't sat down and done
I liked.
it. I don't know
I liked
why.
her self-titled album a whole bunch, and I've been following Charlie like as probably as long as I've been following Marina, but like not in the same capacity. Like I own her first album. Like I bought it when it came out, but visiting that album is like super weird. Like super weird. Not that it's like completely a like stretch from where we are now with Charlie. It's just so juvenile feeling, and I don't know how else to describe it. And her second album was like a rock album,
Yeah.
and then Charlie.
I think that's also why I haven't like delved a lot because it's hard to find
I'll try to send you some
a
like
starting
stuff
point.
that
I've listened to like parts of the Vroom Vroom EP because that song just goes so hard.
Vroom Vroom is. I
Like
remember.
that's gay excellence right there.
I remember
honestly.
when Vroom Vroom came out, Pitchfork was like, didn't like it. And I was like, I don't know. This sounds
beep
like,
beep.
I was like, this sounds like the future of music to me. Just
Literally.
chaotic noise.
Period.
So let's ride, do, do.
Bitches know they can't catch me. It's so good. What do you mean?
I become pink Ferrari. Yeah, I'm so bossy. It's like, that's how you sing that whole song.
Literally.
Okay. Oh, ooh. Okay. This is number 2, not number 9. I'm sorry. This is the second song we're talking about.
The second song we're talking about, but number 9. I feel like I know this, but I can't.
I would be shocked if you knew this. Just because I don't know that you would have. I have talked about this artist before.
It sounds so familiar, though.
Annie, Annie, they're playing your song, and for a moment I'm transported to where I'm from. Teenage
I lied.
years, when
So this is The Streets Where I Belong by Annie.
we the parties under the midnight sun. That's when I met the
And I'm just vibing. We'll talk about Annie in a second.
He was the DJ and we danced all through the night. Tell me, why did you go? I can still hear our songs on the radio. Whatever happened to us? Wherever I go, I'll recall.
I love when we wiggle. I really wish people could experience.
I
like, the
know. We're
wiggling way
just
we do.
gently
Just-
rocking
yeah.
back and forth.
In a town down by the bay, when you close your eyes, pretend, and then you're back there once again.
I don't know that we got through a chorus, but we are through a lot of the song.
We're
Yeah.
You get the
Yeah.
gist.
So this, as I said, this is by Annie. This is her quote. This is a quote from her. So this song is about
What is the song called?
The Streets Where I Belong.
Okay, sorry.
You don't need to keep notes. I have a thing I can send you.
Okay.
Yeah, with my honorable mentions on it as
Okay.
well. Yeah,
Oh my God. Thanks.
I thought ahead because when you asked for it last time, I was like, there has to be an easier way for this to work. So this is a quote about the song. Walking through the city where you grew up, coming back to Bergen after spending almost 10 years in Berlin, The Streets Where I Belong is one of the more personal songs on the album and is inspired by Bruce Springsteen.
Maybe that's why I felt like I knew it before, because like very much the instrumental
Yeah.
was like
It's like
like something nostalgic in it.
Mhm. So this, she also said, moving back home was both great, but also left me with a lot of sentimental feeling. Thinking of all the things I experienced growing up in Bergen, stories of love, stories of loss, a song that was really about going home. And I was like, that resonates. I feel that way
I
about
love that.
Chicago, you know?
Yeah.
So I talked about Annie on Recollect in its OG form.
Wow, I
Yeah.
remember that.
Yeah. So this is her off her third studio album, Dark Hearts, which was her first full length release since 2009's Don't Stop. She had a couple EPs in between, and she has a song called Ralph Macchio, which I think is so funny.
That is
But I'm here for the Annie comeback. I'm 100% here for it. So I'm going to fully bop this.
Oh, I bopped this. I loved it.
Okay. Now let's move. Nope. That's a TikTok.
Up. Chaos.
Julie. Also, if you hear my neighbor doing work, he's
Sorry,
doing work.
he decided to start now.
Number 8. I love this.
You ran away to find something to say. I went astray to make it okay, and he made it easy, darling. I'm still in love, and I say that because I know how it seems between you and me. It hasn't been easy, darling.
This is my favorite part. I'm going to let it do it without making the noise so you can hear the noise. Here it comes. That part gets me every time. This house is on fire. Woo! Easy. Easy. I'm going to play part of the second verse.
I'm not a saint, so just give me the blame. I know what I want, and it gets in my way. I know I'm not easy, darling.
So this is Easy with Casey Musgraves featuring Mark Ronson.
Okay, sure.
So Easy appeared as a solo song on his EP, and then he released it with this rework in December. So it's from Troy's 5th EP, In a Dream, and the original music video, because there are two. There's like
I've watched a music video
the one with
with
Casey
this song.
Musgraves,
Yeah.
and they're just like trailer track, like they're like in motel hopping. The music video is so cute.
Because I've like definitely heard this at least one other time. That's probably it.
So the song is about trying to salvage a dying relationship, saying that being in love with the partner is easier than moving on from the partner. And much of the EP was written while his relationship of 4 years was ending. He didn't know that, like, he wasn't trying to write a piece of work, but all of the songs, like the 5 songs he wrote in that time frame, happened to work together as like a concise piece. So he released it as an EP. I'm bopping this.
I bop. Bops all around.
Truly, put Casey Musgraves on most things, and I'm
Truly
really here for it. But I also like Troy. I don't know his music as well as I probably should, but I remember Bloom, and I thought that was great.
Yeah.
We love a song about bottoming, but is not feel like a song about bottoming. You know what I mean? Like
Nuance.
the masses, the straights would probably call it something different. They're like, do you know that song Flowers by Troy Sivan? Like RuPaul's?
RuPaul's? Do you watch
Plays
RuPaul's?
Oh my God. I need to exit TikTok.
Yeah, you've got to close. You got to close some apps, babe. Sorry to say.
Soz babes. What
Soz,
you
babe. Gotta go close some apps. Gotta close some apps.
Okay, this is number 7.
Cause I'm in the stars tonight. So watch me bring the fire, set the night light. Shoes on, get up in the mood, cup of milk, let's rock and roll. Kink out, kick the drum, rolling on like a rolling stone. Sing song when I'm walking home, jump up to the top of the brown. Ding dong, call me on my phone, nice tea and I'll get my ping pong. This is dead heavy, can't hit the bass, boom, I'm ready. Life is sweet.
This is one of those songs that I definitely heard a million times and didn't realize what was happening. Do you know who this is?
No, I shook my head no.
This is Dynamite by BTS.
Okay.
So this is written by David Stewart and Jessica Agambar. Excuse me. And it's produced by Stewart. So this has got the band their first Grammy nomination for Best Pop Duo Group Performance. And this is that made them the first K-pop group to be recognized by the organization.
Wow.
That's how behind they are.
They're so behind. BTS is literally
dominating the
a
world.
global success.
This debuted at number 1 on the Hot 100, making it their first number 1 single, which seems asinine to me.
It
Yeah,
is.
so surprising. And it sold 265,000 copies the first week, marking it the biggest pure sales debut since T Swift's Look What Made Do.
Look what made do. Look what made do.
Look What Made Do.
Look what made do.
The song debuted with 7.778 million streams. I was just looking at the YouTube video before when I was doing the notes for this, and I think it was above 16 billion views.
Makes sense.
And the song came about because BTS wanted an English language single and is one of few songs that the band had no hand in writing themselves.
Mm-hmm.
And they wanted a positive song to release during the pandemic, and that's another reason it came about. And the song was critically well received. I'm only soft bopping this because it's
Same.
Like, it's not.
I don't know that this is a journey I need to take with this particular BTS song.
I have heard other songs.
Blackpink.
Well, I've heard other BTS songs that slap.
Slap. This is
I
not.
did-
This is like very. I
Yeah.
don't know. Watered down.
Yeah, but I will let Blackpink go hit it with that do, and then just like
Yes. Exactly.
And the one person who raps in the
Literally
second verse,
step on my neck.
yeah.
Break my bones.
But I took a BTS ride on the Peloton just because I knew the songs were gonna like be good to work out to, but I knew I wasn't gonna know any of them, and I was like, these are all great. These are all so good.
K-pop really goes off.
It does. I just think the hard part is, where do I start? And I think that's like a lot of genres that I don't fully have a grasp on, is like, I don't know where to go. And I'm sure once I got in, I would be able to find myself somewhere in it.
Definitely. If you ever want to take that ride, Karen would be the person to consult.
Well, are you ready for number 6?
Oh, I'm ready. I'm waiting for something in particular.
Damn, Keisha. What you mean your ass saw me with another bitch? You sure? You know your eyes don't be working like that anyway. Hello?
Do you know the song?
I've heard it before, yes. Truly, female MCs were everywhere 2020.
And thank God.
Truly.
Because this is the energy I need. This is so throwbacky.
Say that shit, better watch your back. Better say that shit, better watch your back. Yeah, say that shit.
This is Damn Daniel by Bree Runway with young baby Tate. And this music video is
Oh, I love
the
that.
album artwork. This song, ooh, this is the first day I think I've ever heard this song, and I was like, oh, very much this. The song boils down to, in Bree's own words, quote, "You cannot trust a man," end quote.
Period. The end.
And there wasn't a lot on Wikipedia, like nothing existed about the song, and Song Facts also failed me. But I do have a couple quotes of her talking about it. So she said, "Music is joy, music is healing for someone, music is happiness. You're giving someone a gift. If you're not a fan of me or whatever, you don't have to listen, but the people who like us want to listen and will appreciate some kind of light into their day. This just goes to show you what you can do to make ends meet and still put some light into the world," because this was released during the pandemic, and they were going to film it like right when lockdown happened. Like they had flew young Tate, who I believe is out of Atlanta, to Bree in the UK, and then like everything hit the fan. So they did all of the stuff in front of green screens, and it was edited together, and it just is like a lot of fun. They're in like the most outlandish outfits. So here's another quote from her. "I landed in Sweden for a writing trip. I was binge watching back-to-back shows of Fresh Prince and Martin. I love the music in
so
these
good.
shows and thought to myself, if I was a songwriter during that time and was asked to contribute to a soundtrack for one of those shows, what would it be? I felt really inspired and decided to play around with some 80s sounds. I fell in love with the lead chords and stepped straight into character. Alas, my character Keisha was born." It was a no-brainer to bring Tate on board. This tells a story. It's full of character drama, unity, and it's colorful and fun. Everything we both are, an ultimate bad bitches link up.
Period.
This is a bop.
It's such a bop. It is such a bop. I did a run through of female MCs in 2020 and made a bunch of playlists. So I'm sure she's in there somewhere, but I obviously have not given her
I sent you
due
a song.
credit.
Well, I was still in beauty school, I remember saying, and she's like singing on that track, but it's her. So she does it all. Okay, so number 5. I wonder if you've heard this song, because I didn't, but then I liked it.
Anything is possible.
She was sober. This party shit, wish we could go anywhere but here. Don't take a hit, don't kiss my lips, and please don't.
This is so pleasant.
drink more beer. I'ma crawl in the window now, 'cause I don't like anyone around. Kinda hope you follow.
I think I'm just exposing that I listened to
Definitely not my crowd.
mostly Megan Thee Stallion in 2020.
The top 45 I fared more better with than the top 10. But I'll explain how this song became a thing. It reminded me a lot of About Love by Marina.
Yeah.
It has like
There's a shared vibe.
Yeah. So this was written by Conan. Oh, sorry. This is Wish You Were Sober by Conan Gray. Let's start there. It was written by Conan, Daniel Nigro, and produced by that guy. It's the fifth single from his debut studio album, Kid Crow. Like the Kardashians, both are K's. So this is a quote from Conan. Wish You Were Sober is a song song that I ended up sticking on the album last minute because it was so much fun when I was making it. I wrote it about this person who I really, really liked, and I wrote a lot of songs on my album about them, and they just wouldn't tell me that they liked me back or would never tell me their true feelings unless they were blackout drunk. It was a weird, bittersweet feeling because on one side you're thinking, yay, they like me and they have feelings for me and they like me back. On the other side, you're thinking, why can't you tell me this when you're sober? Why can't you tell me this in the daylight? I think the song is about all those mixed emotions and all the craziness behind being young and getting super drunk and calling someone and letting them know that you love them.
Yikes.
I feel sad for this man.
Yes.
Yeah, because
That is not how that needs to work.
but I think he also wrote the song because he realized it was not good. You need to drop it and move along. So this song kind of took off because Taylor Swift praised it on her Instagram story, saying, I'm obsessed with this whole album, but this song right here is a masterpiece. Not trying to be loud, but this will be on repeat for my whole life. Volume all the way up. So Miss Taylor said it was
Using
a
the
bop.
platform.
I'm gonna soft bop it because I would
Same.
I would listen to it again.
Agreed. On all counts.
Now, this next song, I'm mad I did not know it until today. I'm going to say that. This is number 4.
Tell me what you came for. Hey, guys, I'm breaking down. Try not to make this sound. Tell me what you came for.
Yeah, this is your lane right now.
Need to forget it now. Lost in the middle of it. That's what I came for. Love always feels
Wait until this chorus, though.
true.
I do love a good pre-chorus.
Love takes way too better when it's you. I'm all alone. You gave it away. I'm hoping that experience can get you to change. I'm hoping that experience can get you to
And the whole music video is in a roller rink. Such vibes.
I'm all alone. You gave it away. I'm hoping that experience can get you to change. I'm hoping that experience can get you to change. I'm hoping that
Is this Khaled?
Yeah. So this is Experience.
Khaled or Khalid?
I think it's Khalid and it's DJ Khaled.
That would make sense.
Yeah. Because those are the two.
Sorry to that man, because Khalid is a very talented person.
Yeah. So it's Experience by Victoria Monet, Khalid,
I know. Sorry.
and S.J. Lewis. And it's the third single from Victoria's debut album, Jaguar. If you don't know this, Victoria Monet collaborates a lot with Ariana Grande and has written a lot for her.
Okay, that makes sense.
So in a joint statement when the song was released, because it was released around the time of George Floyd's murder. So they did a joint statement. They both released on their IGs the same day, and that they were going back and forth to debut it due to the disgusting and confusing state of the world. They were releasing the song as a form of escapism from troubling things. And it's important to us to highlight and celebrate Black joy and love in the middle of so much pain and trauma. And then this is a quote from Victoria saying, I actually hadn't heard of S.G. Lewis before the session we had, and I had a double session that day. But when we went in, I played him some of my music from my project, and he played some things that he was working on, and it just clicked. So I did a verse, I did a hook, and I do so much music that I didn't even think about the song. I had finished the whole project and then revisited the song, and we were like, oh, this is actually really fire. So I'm going to bop this.
I will soft bop it. But that was very pleasant. I enjoy.
Listen, I don't think anything has been truly terrible that we've listened
Not at
to
all.
this far. The next song you should know.
The synths really came back in 2020.
And I loved it. Every second of it.
I just pretend that
I don't remember this song. taking off, but it is The Weeknd. It's In Your Eyes by The Weeknd. And there's a version with Doja Cat on it, but they did not mention that one. We were talking, this was the one that was listed. Because I think the only song I think of The Weeknd recently is that Blinding Lights.
I like that, and I like the one about
This is from
crying.
the same project.
That's what I figured.
Yeah.
I can tell what you've done, yeah. When I look at you in your eyes, I see there's something burning inside you. Oh, inside
This is kind of sleepy for the...
eyes. I know it hurts to smile, but you try to. Oh, you try.
This is In Your Eyes by The Weeknd, and it was written by The Weeknd, Max Martin,
Of course.
Oscar Holter with Canadian rapper Belly also receiving song credits. The original version has on the alto sax Wojtek Gorel, but in the live version and the remix it features Kenny G.
Sure.
This whole moment happened and it like flew way over my head and past me, and I just like, did that happen?
It happened.
Yeah.
That's a thing.
As I said, a version with Doja Cat is also released. I want to check out that version because I very much enjoy Doja Cat.
I've never purposefully sought her out, but anything that I come across that has
good.
Doja on it or is a Doja single, I enjoy
Yeah.
every time.
Yeah. The fact that I'm not over Say So and this poor woman has had to perform it every time she
I
gets
know.
invited to something, and she
That
literally
poor
changes
woman.
the entire song, but she's like,
Okay, I'll sing it again, but
I'm not going to sing it that way.
I listened to that a lot in 2020.
Ooh, that
Say
sounds
so?
good. Yeah.
Like a lot. A lot.
This is a quote from The Weeknd. When you look deeper into the song, it's more complex than it seems. It's basically about two people who are in love with each other and who are just fucking each other over. He explained. The first verse is from one perspective and the second is from the other perspective. It's like the way people think about the police as Every Breath You Take is a love song, and it's not at all. This is deeper, but you want to dance to it and make love to it. And that's the trick to it.
Do I?
I don't want to make love during this song.
Ugh.
But there was also, it's like speculated that a lot of this work was about his relationship with the Hadid sister.
Oh,
Yeah.
fascinating.
I'll soft bop it, I guess.
This one wasn't for me, so it's a stop. Controversial yet brave.
I was like typing and I was like, what are words?
Me every day.
This is number 2. We're already at number 2. We
Damn.
zoomed.
Damn. Of course, I was waiting for it. I was like, if there's no fucking Dua Lipa on this list, I
Of course.
I think I disagree with it as a concept of existing.
This would not be the song I would pick if I was like,
I agree. Don't start now. Get fucked.
oh, I like the one with the clapping.
Levitating,
Yeah.
also really good, but like, Don't Start Now goes off. Like, goes off.
I also think that song may have been in 2019, tail end of 20. It's not.
I don't think. Oh, maybe it was. Though I'm not sure.
Because I think it was a one-off single, and then the album came
All
out.
I know is that was my top played track of 2020. Come on, let's get physical. Baby, keep on dancing like you ain't got a choice. Come on.
It was released in 2019.
Damn.
So it wouldn't have qualified
If-
for this.
If you have not listened to Future Nostalgia and you
What
listen
are
to
you
this
doing?
podcast, you need to listen to Future Nostalgia.
That's it.
So good.
What are you doing with your life?
What are you doing?
What are
What are
you
you doing?
doing? Anyway, this is Physical by Dua Peeps.
Dula Peep.
Dula Peep.
Dula Peep.
Written by Dua Lipa, Clarence Coffey Jr., and Sarah Hudson and Jason Evigan. Produced by Evigan and Cause. AOZ. Includes a reference, sort of, to Olivia Newton-John's 1981 song of the same name. Let's get physical, physical. I don't remember any of the other words.
Come on and get physical. Let me hear your bonnet tongue.
I regret to inform everyone of the resignation from this podcast.
happy to announce I'm looking for a host who also knows how to edit and owns all the equipment for this podcast.
Look here.
What do I bring to the table? Little. Very, very little.
Sometimes you might get a bop and stop on time.
Sometimes.
But sometimes you might also have to do it yourself depending on the week.
Sometimes. At least I will put the videos in Dropbox.
You will. That is helpful because the one time you asked me and I was like, if she hasn't pulled the videos, then I am not doing I'm fully not going to do it.
I will at least have the decency.
This is a quote from Dua Peeps.
Dua Peeps.
She didn't expect so many people to like the third single, the wildly energetic, physical, comparing it to a strongly flavored, polarizing British spread. Not because I don't believe in the song, like I love the song and it's my baby, she admitted, but I also felt like it was a bit like Marmite because it's so in your face. I didn't think everyone would be into it. I will say it's like not my favorite from the album.
No.
And it was released way before the album too, wasn't it?
I thought so.
I thought so too. Like, yeah. It's bop.
It's a bop.
Okay. The time has come. Everyone's favorite part of the show. Is it? I don't know. It's certainly like our favorite part of the show where it's like,
we do.
Let me show you my song. So I'm going to pass the aux to Tiffany so she can play her first honorable mention.
What a joy. What a treat.
Ooh.
Okay. I just like really like this song. I don't know why. So when it was on this list, I was like, oh, this is totally my first entry. That's not how the song sounds. I'll be shocked if you know what this is.
Why you always in the mood? Fuck around like a brand new. I ain't trying to tell you what to do, but try to play it cool.
It sounds like a TikTok song.
Everything look better with a view. Why you always in the mood? Fuck around like you're brand new. I ain't trying to tell you what to do, but try to play it cool. Baby, I ain't playing by your rules. Everything look better with a view. I can never get attached when I saw the film.
It is some youths.
It is some dudes. Is that what you said?
It's some youths.
Oh.
This is called Mood featuring Ian Dior by 24K Golden.
Was it a TikTok song?
I don't
think
know.
it was.
It like popped up. So I like to listen to Spotify's like,
What's happening?
yeah, like
Whatever.
top most played or
Mhm. It probably was a TikTok song if it was on.
there's another good playlist called like Teen Beats, but it'll mix like new stuff, off the beaten path stuff, and also like old like throwback.
I just love the idea of you like getting in your car on your way to work with like a coffee in your like middle compartment, and you're like, Teen Beats.
That is what I do sometimes, and I'll listen to that.
Okay. This should come as no surprise.
There were like more than one where I was like, this is for Tom. This is Tom's journey. Anytime I seek out literature about this last year in music, this song always comes up.
It's not even
Literally.
of course it's not my favorite song from the album, but I do think it slaps. Also, this whole album was at the top of a lot of
I can tell we've got potential. Is this love too hot to handle? Make a wish, blow out my
I've listened to this a fair amount.
make a wish for me. Show me you
I wore this record out last year.
can take
I was
it slowly.
amidst a lockdown going,
Way to get to know
couldn't share the moment with anyone.
me. I know the way to make you happy. I give you love, you give it back to me. Who can deny this perfect symmetry? Just you and me, just you and me. Come on and push, press, more, less. Here together, what's your
your pleasure? Fast, slow, here together. What's your pleasure?
What an angel.
They're so the ooh. That part gets me every time. But her song In Your Eyes is very good. So good. The whole album. Although she released I was so glad.
Why?
I don't know.
If she could just stop being fucking rude, that'd be better. Girl, find the note. There we go.
I'm glad you picked this because
Had
I
to.
left it for you.
Had to.
So I was like, I don't think I have to pick this.
Two.
But it gets
It's
difficult.
got a lot of fucking spins.
Yeah. I remember you said this to me and you're like, this is for you. And I was like, I already knew. But thank you.
The heart wants what I want, what can I do? So I want that one, and that one too. Luxury and opulence.
Tesla X's, Calabasas. I deserve it. Call me crazy, call me selfish. I'm the baddest.
Here's just a little bit more. Excess.
Oh me, oh my.
No more.
Oh me, oh my. Give me just a little bit. Oh me, oh my. Just a little bit more.
More.
Oh me, oh my.
If you're not listening to,
You're not doing drag.
you're not a part of the gay agenda if you don't listen to Rita
Have you do you listen to
Sawayama.
the whole album?
I have.
Oh, so good.
It's
Did
all
you listen to
very
the
good.
new stuff, like the extended version?
Have not made it there yet.
It's so good.
I
Okay.
get diverted. I
This
go other places.
is my second
I can't prioritize.
on a bum.
In a whole other life, there was this boy that I knew. He made me feel like a woman. We were young and silly fools. Anyway, he was in the band, full of songs about me. I wasn't crazy about the words, but the melodies were sweet. When someone like
What the fuck is this?
Hold on. I'm like in the moment. I'll tell you when it's over.
every time we go dancing, I see his string eyes. Gave him two.
This chorus
Push my keys.
is the chorus. I'm just saying it now. Okay?
Okay.
And this is not the chorus. Just so everyone knows if you've never heard this song.
He used to sing me sweet melodies. He played me, made me believe it was real love. Sang me sweet melodies, but the day he did me wrong, the song couldn't go on and on. He used to sing me sweet melodies. He played me, made me believe it was real love. Sang me sweet.
This is Sweet Melody by Little Mix.
That makes sense.
And when I tell you, I'm so mad that I've just like not been listening to Little Mix because this album slaps and I just listened to it in full for the first time the other day. Am I glad I did? Yes. But this song takes the cake, seals the deal.
This
I think
song,
on top.
the song scalped you.
Yeah.
Left
It-
you bald.
You can see my brain.
Literally. Thomas already knows what I chose.
Uh-huh.
But I cannot understate how I was listening to this
Mhm.
before it was everywhere. And I don't want to say that I created this culture, but I want to say that I knew it was coming. I do want to say that. But that's because my obsession with one Megan the Stallion, I swear to fucking God, began before everyone else was ready for it. I was ready for it.
And turn this motherfucker cook up 800 degree. Whole team eat chefs cause she's a trained
Do you know my favorite part of this song? It's when Beyonce goes, okay, in the chorus.
But my bank account
My favorite part of this whole song.
rich, but I'm ratchet.
It brings me so much joy.
Bougie.
He say the way that thing move is
a movie.
I told him, boy, we gotta keep it lonely, me to woo.
I feel like I was an early adopter of Megan. I listened to whenever the first mixtape came out a lot.
Bougie, ratchet,
There it is.
moody, nasty.
Okay.
Acting stupid. What was happening? What was happening? Bitch, I'm a savage.
Okay.
Classy,
Yep.
bougie, ratchet.
Okay.
She's just holding it down one time for her friend. She's like, that's okay. You are.
The
Hits
TikTok where
TikToks.
I sent Tiffany a TikTok so many years ago.
That song is also good. Tap it,
Tap
my
it.
sweetie.
Tap, tap, tap it. It's very good. But there was this TikTok of this man. He was like listening to this song and he's like, if you don't jump to put your jeans on, then you don't know my pain. And he was like, that's right, Beyonce. And then he goes to pull up his jeans and he has like no ass and he just pulls them right up. He's like, wait a minute. And he pulls them back down.
That was so fucking funny.
It is so good. And here is, so this last honorable mention, this is someone I'm currently familiarizing myself with. So I didn't listen to it at all last year, but I'm currently in it with this artist.
Me returning back to EWC after lockdown and screaming about how Megan got shot by that man. And my coworker was like, who? And I was like, Savage on TikTok.
Whenever,
Megan Thee Stallion. She's like, oh, I didn't realize. I didn't know who that was.
I don't remember what was going on, but we were waiting to get into the Ariana Grande concert in 2019, summer of 20. Wow, so long ago. Many years ago, 700 years ago. And there was like a group of young people but next to me and Kristen. And then the young man turned to me and he was like, Nicki or Cardi? And I was like, Megan. He was like, that was the right choice. And I was like, thank you. And Kristen was like, who's Megan?
I really love that.
It was so funny.
Who's Megan? I just love seeing people win. And Megan really did that. And it was nice to see Megan just like right before to then now.
The way I used to dance my face off to Simon Says.
I know. We did that together.
Yeah. Okay, this is my last honorable mention. I don't know any of the words to this, but I enjoy it so much. This is Tasty by Shy Girl. The album artwork for this song is so gross.
What is it? Let me see. I fuck with this.
It's great. I don't know how to turn off the thing.
It's fine.
But you can see it. It's like a skin, like a fake skin over another face. It's like gross.
That is gross.
That's like the whole vibe. Yeah. Like if I'm into hyperpop, I'm
You are.
into
I was going to
hyperpop.
say,
Yeah.
you are.
Yeah.
You are.
If I'm into hyperpop, then I'm into hyperpop.
Then it is what it is.
But only when it's women.
Well, yeah.
Well, I have to tell you, the number one song, couldn't find a goddamn thing about it, but we're going to play it.
Feel buried alive.
Ugh.
This city is airtight. Suffocating, lonely in the crowd. I'm surrounded by
Love the bass.
trees of their love.
We have
course.
a moment.
Screaming into space to drown them out.
This woman's voice is gorgeous.
Agreed.
Fell down so low, found nowhere to go. But I know you wait for me. You wait for me.
I think I was vaguely aware of this song, but like not in a way where I was listening to it.
I know you wait for me. I'm coming home. I'm coming back down tonight. 'Cause
So this is Hypnotized by Purple Disco Machine and Sophie and the Giants.
That's fun. I like that.
I'm so sorry that I can't tell you anything more about it, but I even Googled this person's name and like plus the song to like try to get an interview. Nope, it was very low key. I just know that like Purple Disco Machine is named after like it's like a Prince reference as well as like another person reference that's just mashed together. It's like a fine. I'll soft bop it.
I will too.
What a time.
What a time. We did it.
We did it. 2020 still produced a lot of great music.
It did. Not everything about it was bad.
Not everything about it. A lot of it was bad.
Yeah, but not all of it.
No. The end swung it around.
We're going somewhere.
Well, not for me, but for many people.
Well, you're comfortable.
Well, I am very Lord forbid I be comfortable in my skin.
Lord forbid.
Yeah, this is what they wanted me to do. Crawling in my skin.
Please, please, please. Like you said, no.
It's like when I leave this room, I do not work.
That is what you get.
Sauce babes. Not on call.
You're more like, in the end, it doesn't even matter. Bite.
No cat.
Yeah, no cat.
No cat.
This was fun.
This was a lot of fun. I just love pop music. Unashamed.
I do too.
And I just think we all need to just embrace it.
Gotta let it happen.
Because there is good pop music and bad pop music. And then there's
even bad
good pop.
Yeah, who cares?
Like you can enjoy
I don't
it.
know that mood song is good, but I like it.
It was fine.
It's
Yeah.
like fun to listen to.
I mean, I feel like that like most songs that take off on TikTok are like fun at their core.
Right.
There's like nothing wrong
Who cares?
with them. Like, cause Tap In by Saweetie
Oh, fuck.
was one of like, that was a song
So
for a
good.
moment.
Tap, tap, tap in.
Waste on dinner. There's a lot of words. It's hard to sing along to if you are white.
Yes, you're not supposed
Because you're just saying every other word.
I really like City Girls also.
By,
House super clean, fridge on full. I don't know if you've heard that.
I don't know that I've heard that one.
There's a party all night. Where we going? What we doing?
I will tell you whenever a Peloton instructor does use tap in, which happens occasionally, I'll just like tap my titties.
Oh, you gotta
as-
tap in. You gotta
I
tap in.
And I was like, whenever I was on a Peloton podcast, like not a Peloton.
Yes.
So if you guys want to check that out, it's called Pello Talk by Nanny Hammy. And just like, it was very fun, but I was talking about how if I ever took a live class, like if I ever have the opportunity to take a class live at the Peloton studio, I'm like, I don't know what that looks like because it's going to look exactly as it does in my room. I don't know how that's going to look to other people.
I don't know that anybody needs
like,
to see it.
Yeah, because I'd be like tapping my titties, singing along, going woohoo, whenever I feel fit. Just like,
Whatever you feel that is necessary.
yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
As it should be.
Wow.
Maybe all have the confidence in ourselves to be comfortable, honestly.
They really said. Wow, imagine me being comfortable.
Imagine.
I worked 30 years for that comfort.
Yes.
Bitch.
My ass.
Yeah, and they were like, well, if you weren't so familiar with us, maybe you wouldn't have been as comfortable. And I was like, throw me in with the CEO. I'm going to act the damn same.
I don't know what to tell you.
Saws, babes.
Sauce, babes.
Saws, babes. This is it.
Well,
Well, thank you so much for listening.
thanks.
You deserve this.
You deserve this.
Bye.
Goodbye.